Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're thrilled to kick off this exclusive webinar, Rally, Rise, Win, how Inola High took home the Friday Night 5G Lights Prize and how your school can too. I'm Dr. Iris Garner with T-Mobile for Education team, and I have the great privilege of guiding us through today's session. You'll hear directly from Inola High School, leaders and students, our 2024 Grand Prize winner, and how they rallied their school and community to the big win. Before we dive in, here's a quick look at what we'll cover today. 1, what is Friday Night 5G Lights? 2, Inola's school journey from applying to winning. Then we'll take a look at tips and best practices from Inola, what's new in 2025, and the part that you do not want to miss, how to get started. This is more than a contest. Friday Night 5G Lights is a multi-million-dollar nationwide movement that fuels school pride, performance, and unlock possibilities. And in 2025, we're taking it to a whole new level. Every week, starting July 17th, schools can win $5,000 during 5K Fridays. Finalists will win $25,000 in an epic T-Mobile hosted home game. And one school will earn the grand prize to supercharge their Friday nights. Last year, we had over 1,700 entries from all 50 states. And now it's time to start to prepare to make sure that your school stands out. Let's give a warm welcome to our 2024 Grand Prize winner, Inola High School from Inola, Oklahoma. Joining us today, we have Principal Heather Ellis and College Career Coordinator Delia Meeker, students Taylor and Connor. Let's start with the big question. We'll start with you, Connor. Tell us what your thoughts were when you heard that you were the grand prize winner.
I mean, when we heard we were the grand prize winner, it was super exciting. I mean, coming from a small town in a small community, we don't really get much big things like this. So hearing that we won and how excited everybody was around us was a really good feeling just for our school and our programs.
That's exciting. And Heather, what did you think when you realized this could really be happening?
Well, I'll be honest. At the beginning, I really did question if this was even worth it. I didn't think we're going to be able to win. We're such a small town. And then when we won the first prize, the $5,000 prize, I was like, oh, well, maybe we can win this thing. I just saw the community came out. I mean, they just really, rallied around us and worked hard. And the kids were phenomenal. I couldn't believe how good they did. And so it ended up, it was just so amazing. But yeah, it kind of took that first $5,000 win for me to be like, okay, maybe Miss Meeker's not crazy. So
I don't think she's crazy.
No, she definitely was not.
An excellent idea. Delia, what was it like for you, because you spearheaded this, when you heard that you all won?
It seemed really unreal. I was in shock. We had worked so hard and it came to this moment and it was actually happening and it didn't seem like it was possible. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that we're a small group, a small town, and that doesn't define our abilities for greatness. The worst case is that we had a good time, and the best case is that we came out on top, and we went in not anticipating coming out on top, and we did. And we had a really great time doing it. The kids had a great time. They made some wonderful memories, and the legacy is going to live on forever here at the school.
That's pretty amazing. What is your secret sauce?
T-Mobile provided a lot of really cool
do tell.
Information for us. So they had a playbook that really gave a ton of suggestions of what you could do on social media. It gave you directly what you could copy and paste and put into your posts. It gave a whole bunch of ideas, week by week, day by day kind of calendar of events that they suggest. And so it was pretty simple. We looked through that. We copied and pasted. We did a lot of those activities, and it was really helpful. And they also provided support throughout the process. T-Mobile was really involved from the very beginning.
That's really strategic. Heather, what role did you play in rallying the town and the students together for this activity?
Well, I'm not sure if I played a great role in that, but I did try to be there. I tried to be supportive and help them. And if they ever asked for anything, I tried to make sure it happened. Like I said, as time progressed, it became more and more of a competition for me. And I was like, we really need to win this. Our whole community is very sports minded. We really love sports here. And so I think that, getting to get new stuff for the kids was really big, and so it didn't take a whole lot to get people behind that. They wanted us to win that, and so people that didn't have kids in school, they were reaching out saying, "What can I do? Can I help?" We had coaches that would go out and tell other schools to participate for us. People that were even out of state were helping. It was a really big, it didn't take a whole lot because the people of our community are so driven to want, to win, and they wanted this stuff for the kids. So it was pretty awesome.
And I'd like to say, she said that she didn't do much, but it's really important for the administration to be supportive of this. And that changed the dynamic of how the faculty operated and how our community operated. It really pulled us all together.
That's pretty amazing. What are some key things that you would do or say that was instrumental in getting the community involved?
Making sure that whoever's doing this is that you're not making them feel like they're having to work. It was just doing stuff the kids were already doing stuff community members were already doing. It was just asking them to do it for Friday Night Lights and for our competitive chances at T-Mobile. We just harnessed what they were already doing. They were already making TikToks. They were already on social media communicating with each other. So it was just asking them to do what they do.
It's interesting how when you inspire people to do what they are already doing and what they're excited to do, what can happen. Taylor, I know you were instrumental across the entire experience.
Yes.
What obstacles did you identify during this experience, and how did you push through?
Yes, so I was mainly in charge of our social media platform. So I did a lot of posting. I did a lot of student recruiting to get in videos, to get in photos. And at the beginning, it's kind of hard because some students are just like, I don't really know what this is. I don't really want to be a part of this. But it was showing them this is what could happen if you are a part of it. And just recruiting those kids to help us with videos, help us send in photos so we can post them for them. Kind of gave them a highlight too, but it also made them want to be a part of it more.
That's wonderful. And Connor, what was your role in this entire experience?
My role was basically just bring energy, okay? Let everybody have fun, kind of bring the fun to the whole thing and not try to make everybody feel forced that they have to do it, so.
I like that hype man. Is there a job like that somewhere? Because that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
What particular strategy do you think leveraged the greatest impact on this experience for you all?
It was something that I signed us up for, and I felt very responsible for that, and making sure that all the logistics aspects of it were taken care of from my perspective. I think that's one of the biggest strategies is if you're going to lead the charge, then you have to lead the charge, and you have to do the stuff that's maybe the harder, the more burdensome, more task-oriented things that allows other people to have a good time. If the students and community felt like this was a work or a burden, it would not have happened. There was nothing that I was going to be able to make the students do unless they felt it was fun and worthwhile for them.
Taylor, what stands out to you in this experience?
Yeah, so after we won the 5K Friday, we were actually able to send our student council and our members to the state convention, and that was really huge for the competition because there's hundreds of schools there that are all full of kids that care about leadership and care about helping other student councils. And so going there, sharing our video, leaving little stickers with our barcodes everywhere, it was really rewarding because we would go talk to them and say, is there any way that you can scan this? Is there any way you can go like this video. And they were telling us, oh, we've already liked it. We've already shared it with everyone that we know. And so that was rewarding, knowing that it's already been around to all of these schools and they've been helping us win as well.
And that's pretty cool. So what did you, Heather, and I'm sure, Delia, you can lean in on this question as well. What was the biggest needs for your school, and how are you now using these resources to close those gaps?
Everything that we are able to get now that we have this money is everything was old. I mean, we needed new turf. The turf that we had passed a bond issue 12 years ago. Turf life is right around 10 years. And so we'd already passed the point of needing new turf. So that's amazing. The scoreboard, you know, a lot of the bigger schools have the cool scoreboards that you get to see the replays, and our kids didn't have that. And so I think that's going to be really awesome this next year to be able to, I mean, in a small town, it's pretty awesome when your kids get to experience what some of the big town kids get to have. The weight room stuff that we're going to get is going to be really awesome. We have a lot of kids take weights, even if they're not in sports. They love to be out there. And so this is really going to impact the whole school. Everybody's going to benefit from that.
I got the pleasure of, or privilege of coming here before and walking the field and everything. And I remember seeing an extension cord that plugged in the scoreboard. I don't know, going from that, to this journey of having the best and the brightest.
It's going to be awesome.
I think this is a good question for you, Delia. What advice would you give to schools entering this year?
The advice I would give is to be open to the experience, to try things out and have a good time, not get discouraged, and to just, ultimately do what feels the most fun, to be able to get your kids and your community going.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, Friday Night 5G Lights is back with even more winners and prizes. Let's talk about what's new for 2025. What are the eligibility requirements to apply this year? School location needs to be in towns within populations of 150,000 or less, have an existing football field and program, valid school tax ID, create or have an existing public Instagram or X account for your high school, entry on official website to be submitted by an authorized school representative, whether it is principal, athletic director, teacher, or coach. Your school official will be asked to submit a brief 200 to 750 word testimony as to why your school needs a Friday Night 5G Lights upgrade and the impact that it will bring to your school and community. Be sure to include photos. Ready to take the first step? Here's the top 3 tips to get started. Visit FridayNight5GLights.com for more information. Then download the playbook filled with resources. Start building your plan and rallying your school and community, and get social. And don't forget, everything kicks off officially on July 17th. Thank you all for joining us, and a huge thank you to Inola High School for showing us what's possible when a school rallies together. We can't wait to see what this season brings. Let's light up Friday nights. We'll see you out there.